Hello, streamers! Long time no see. Happy terrible new year. I hope you're doing better than America's civil rights. Now let's get on with the updates. I haven't abandoned the channel. Things have just been busy and stressful, so I've been focusing on life. But I will start posting again. Some changes just had to be made first, and you can skip ahead if you want to get straight to the dessert. I've mentioned before that the main problem with review channels is that we can put a lot of time and effort into our videos only for them to get blocked. And the process to get them unblocked can take weeks or months, which means you're lucky if your review is even relevant by the time anyone gets to see it. Thankfully, most companies I've dealt with respect fair use of their material, but some don't. And not only can they block your video, they can have your video taken down, resulting in a strike on your channel. Strikes can lead to your channel being terminated if you get 3 of them, and it's not difficult to get 3 because a strike stays on your channel for 90 days. That's 3 whole months. So, if you happen to post a whopping 3 videos in that time frame, that's 1 video per month if you're keeping count, and the copyright owners all decide they want to strike them, your channel can be kaputted. And not just that channel, any other channel you own. Because corpos. The cherry on top is that you won't be warned before it happens. You'll just lose access to your channel out of the blue and be prohibited from ever creating a channel again. This is why some creators were excited when YouTube announced their new Second Chance program that allows people with terminated channels to be given a second chance to create a new one. Except that channels terminated for copyright issues aren't eligible, which is rich given how big of a problem YouTube's copyright system is. And it's a system of their own design, so it's bullshit when they say they have to do things this way to comply with copyright law. It's like putting barbed wire around a pool, and when everyone complains about getting hurt, you say you have no choice because regulations state that the pool can't be accessible to children. There are other options besides barbed wire, and I'm pretty sure I used that parallel before because it feels so right. But the point is that YouTube set things up in a way that's easier for them despite being terrible for us, acting neither in strict accordance with the letter of the law nor the spirit of it. And it leans heavily in favor of the copyright owner, or anyone pretending to be, since fraudulent claims are also a problem, not to mention the bigger problem of people stealing your content, as in literally uploading your video to their channel, and YouTube either forcing you to jump through automated hoops to get anything done about it, or terminating your channel because you requested to have the content stolen from you removed, and YouTube decided 'twas you who did the thief. But the worst part is that none of this is rare. So it's telling that the few small creators who manage to get their issues resolved are the ones who make a big enough stink about it on the leaky rectum known as X. It signals, to me at least, that this isn't about having a system that works, respecting the creators, or respecting copyright law. It's about doing as little as possible while giving companies as much control as possible so they don't complain or sue, sweeping all of the glaring issues under the rug until those one-off moments when it makes YouTube look bad enough to the public. Then they fix the issue for that one creator and continue ignoring it for the other 100,000 who have it. That said, not all review channels have to deal with this. Some are basically whitelisted, and some throw animations over the footage so it's seen as transformative, even when it isn't. But most have gone the safest route of talking to the camera to avoid using copyrighted material in the first place. Because the true villain in this story is YouTube's Content ID system. Most companies aren't going around looking for channels using their work. Instead, YouTube's system detects it and automatically claims your video on a company's behalf according to their settings, which range anywhere from tracking the performance of your video to outright blocking it from view. So the easiest way to not have anything happen to your video is for YouTube to not detect it. And the easiest way for YouTube to not detect it is for it to not be on YouTube. Now that I've set the scene, let's get to the actual updates. Before I disappeared for life reasons, it just so happened that I got my first copyright strike on the channel. It was for my review of Spellbound, which is why you no longer see it. And receiving a strike did 3 things. First, the irony of it itched my brain, because that review uses the least amount of copyrighted material out of any review on my channel. In fact, most of it is just me talking in the dark place about what I would have written instead. Second, it reminded me that Netflix has been the worst company to deal with on this channel. They're the only one that's ever rejected my appeal of a block, and they're the only one that ever doubled down on that decision by having my video removed. But third and most, it settled my decision to create a Patreon account for the channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. A grilled cheese sandwich doesn't need more than one slice of cheese, but it's fine to add another one if the bread is wide enough for two. And you don't want to pay to watch my videos. You're not paid to watch my videos, McGee. But, friends, Romans, countrymen, I'm not asking you to. It just isn't worth it to me anymore to spend weeks working on a review only to have it immediately get blocked by YouTube, leading to weeks of pointless back and forth, or potentially getting a strike on my channel if I say, hey buddy, that's not cool. So I'm doing what's best for my time and the stability of my channel this year by using Patreon instead, protecting my right to fair use rather than yielding that right to a broken automated system and the whims of someone sat behind a screen who may not give a shit about fair use. With that, here's what to expect going forward. 1. I'll be posting news and trailer highlights as usual. 2. I'll be bringing Audible reviews to the channel because, like I said before, Audible is technically a form of streaming, and I am stream come true. But don't worry, those won't take priority. Just consider it a bonus. A few quick thoughts here and there. It'll also motivate me to get back in the habit of listening to audiobooks. As for series and film reviews, a few things will change. Starting with series, I'll still be posting them on the channel because the nature of how I review them means I mainly use still images, so they don't really cause any copyright problems. Currently, I'm in the middle of finishing the script for my review of the second season of The Twilight Zone, and I still have to edit my review of Moon Knight, which I wrote the script for a few months after it aired, and it's just been sitting on my computer ever since for no apparent reason. For Patreon, I'll be reviewing series in a less serious way. Nothing formal, nothing long, just having some fun. For movies, the bane of my copyright existence, I've said before that I'll be doing quick reviews for anything I don't have that much to say about. I just haven't done any. And for my usual long-form reviews, I probably won't post more than one every other month to reduce the possibility of getting enough strikes back-to-back to risk my channel. Though it still needs to be said that as long as there's a claim on a video, the copyright owner has control over it, and they're not obligated to be consistent. They can say it's fine one day, then demonetize, block, or remove it the next, whether it's fair or not. So not getting a strike on a video now doesn't mean a company can't be a dick down the road and strike a bunch of videos at once, even though nothing has changed. Because of that, if the system gives me a hard time with a review, I'm just gonna put it on Patreon. I don't have the patience anymore. So don't get mad at me if you can only see it over there. Meanwhile, for Patreon, I'll be posting real-time film reviews. Again, nothing serious, just highlights of my reactions in the moment and a summary of my thoughts at the end. So that's it for what you have to look forward to on the channel as far as content. When it comes to the visual presentation of my reviews, the reason I include a border and may even add a watermark is because of the theft issue. You'd be surprised how many small channels are stolen from, just like big ones. And I don't have the patience for that either. So I'd rather deter someone from taking my video or make it easier for me to prove it is my video than leave the footage untouched. I also just like my reviews to look a bit different, so apologies if you prefer everything to fill the screen. I'll also get it out of the way now that I'm not going to address any controversies surrounding specific platforms, because at the rate things are going, if I refuse to review series or films because I don't agree with the companies that made them or whatever they streamed on, I might as well delete the channel myself because I won't have anything to review. Finally, about Patreon, will it be free? No, but you don't have to go over there. You'll have plenty to watch on the channel, so it's your choice to become a patron or not, and I assume most of you won't. Regardless, I'll post an update when the Patreon is up and running. Thank you ahead of time to any of you shining streamers who do choose to sign up, and thank you to the 747 of you who stuck around this long. Like a customer on hold, I appreciate your patience and look forward to sharing more of my writer-brained takes. For now, stay safe out there, embrace unity, reject those who worship hate, and good night, streamers.